what is the difference between combinational logic circuit versus sequential logic circuit, right? So combinational logic circuit means if we take any circuits, right, so we have the outputs as well as the inputs, right? So if output depends only on the inputs, right, if output depends only on the inputs, then it is called as the combinational logic circuit. Now what is the definition for the sequential logic circuit means, if we take anything, we will be having the output as well as the input value, right? It means that output depends upon the input value, as well as here we have the something called as the storage capability. The storage capability we called as the memory element operation, right? So what is the sequential logic circuit? It is also combinational logic circuit only, but extra thing we will be having the memory element. Combinational logic circuit means where output depends only on the input. Here output depends upon the input as well as the previous output or past output. It means that combinational logic circuit plus memory element we called as the sequential logic circuit. So here if you observe, there is no memory element is present, here memory element is present, right? So to control the memory element, we have the clock signal is required in case of the sequential. Here we don't have the memory element, right? So to control the memory element, we don't require any clock signal, right? So this is the example for the combinational logic circuit block diagram. It means suppose you take simple AND gate. So these are the A, B are the input, Y is the output. We may have the one input, two input or 2 power n number of input. We may have one output or two output or 2 power n number of outputs, right? So what is the example? Whichever you are studying under unit 3, everything will come under the combinational logic circuit. It may be adders, it may be subtractors, it may be multiplexer, it may be demultiplexer, encoder, decoders. Now what is the additional part we have in sequential logic circuit? So combinational logic circuit, that memory element. So it have the capability of whatever the output is generating, that we can able to store into the memory element. Whenever it required, we can call to the inputs. That is what we called as the sequential circuit. So what are the examples? Latches, flip-flops, counter, registers are the example for the sequential logic circuits.